Hey, are you looking for an awesome suburb to move to?
We're going to cover everything you need to know in this video.
There's 5 amazing suburbs. We want you to move to Chicago suburbs.
Let's get started, Mike.
All right, so what are some of the 5 suburbs they should consider when they're moving to Chicago suburbs?
Well, before we turned on the camera, we talked about Elmhurst. We talked about Arlington Heights.
Okay.
We talked about Schaumburg.
Actually, look, so there's 14 different videos about location in different suburbs on our channel right now. Today we want to highlight the best 5, and we're starting with Arlington Heights. We're actually downtown Arlington Heights. You can see the views from the windows. We're in a Coastal. This is a brand new co-working space here downtown Arlington Heights, and we think it's one of the amazing towns that you should consider when moving to Chicago suburbs.
Absolutely. I think it embodies everything that we do too. It's just a communal space where people can come in and collaborate. That's what we're doing here to bring you this video and some of the information you're going to want to know if you're thinking about moving.
So since we did a couple videos about Arlington Heights, what do you think are some of the best features here of Arlington Heights?
So, like, again, it's all specific to what I think intrigues whomever it is, myself or anybody out listening to this. But I really like the restaurants, like in the summer when they shut down the streets and allow people, patrons, to enter into these businesses and support them. Really make it easy to do that. So I thought that was really cool. I like that small town vibe. Easy to get to. This is about a 30-minute commute for me from Elmhurst, but again, mostly highway. And if you're commuting from the city, you've got that train, so it's easily accessible.
So you're close. There's a metro line, right? Downtown goes through downtown Arlington Heights metro stop. You're about 15 minutes away from the airport as well, right? So if you're traveling out of state a lot, this could be an awesome town to live in, right?
Yeah.
You're close to I-90, you're close to 294, you're close to Route 53. I think Chicago Bears building the brand new stadium with having the new entertainment center there is going to be added benefit of, moving to Arlington Heights. Great school districts, right? Hershey High School, Prospect High School, all the high schools that we talked about, high rated, right? So a lot of different educational options for your kids, and a pretty safe town too.
Yeah, I mean, again, just think about it like this. First and foremost, all these towns are going to have, I think, an easy access to it. That's really what real estate's about, right? Be able to get in and out of your community to also go to work or wherever else you need to go. But why would the Bears come here if it wasn't a safe town? If it wasn't easily accessible from all directions, right? Bears get a chance to do this over one time. They've been in the city of Chicago up against the water for years. Now, beautiful setting, but not the easiest to get to for everybody. So Arlington Heights is going to provide easy access and good entertainment.
And hopefully the summer games are not going to be as cold as at the Soldier Field with the wind coming off the lake, right?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But he even said Hershey High School, that's probably one of the bigger names you'll hear in the school system as we cover these different towns. But again.
So first amazing town we want you to consider, Arlington Heights. Mike, what's your favorite town that you would like to see people move to?
Yeah, we did a video on my hometown. It's Elmhurst.
So no bias there.
Yeah, certainly a little bit of bias, but I've been there for a long time through being a kid all the way through a homeowner and a dad, business owner, and so it's very cool to see that town has evolved over the years, and same thing applies. Very easily accessible. We all joke that we're centrally located. You are literally surrounded by highways and just roadways in and out of there. So I love it. Good
also a metro stop, right? Metro stop goes right through. I think visiting Mike and a couple other clients that live in Elmhurst, it's super easy to get in and out of, right? It's just outside of the city, right? I just had recently buyers, they were like, hey, I'm not sure about Elmhurst. I'm like, well, let's go drive there. Let's take a look at a couple properties. They've seen what's there to offer, right, in the real estate market, and they really kind of fell in love, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that far away from the city. So if you're looking to move out of the city of Chicago, you're looking for some suburbs, I think Elmhurst is one of the great choices too.
16 miles, almost directly west on 290, you'll pop right into Elmhurst. Great hospitals, great school systems like we talked about, and
Actually, I like the downtown area too, right? With all the parking garage, right? And there's the art installations. Elmhurst College, right? My wife went there.
Elmhurst University now.
Elmhurst University, right? So good educational options, right? And then you're close again to O'Hare. You have metro stop. All the transportation is pretty easy, right?
Everything from your old school Irish pubs to fine steakhouses. Truly something for even a bunch of restaurants that can accommodate all the Rugrats coming and enjoying a great meal. So I really do love Elmhurst, the accessibility, and the real estate market is absolutely solid.
All right, so number 2, Elmhurst. This is another awesome town we would like you to consider when moving to suburbs.
You give us number 3.
You're putting me on the spot, right? But so we did 14 different towns so far, and I think one of my favorite videos that we did was about Long Grove.
Yeah,
right?
It's a cool town.
Right, it's a really small town vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit higher property values, but bigger properties, right?
Like considerably bigger.
Right, I live on a big property right now, and it comes with a little bit of maintenance, but I like having more privacy, right?
Well, Mike, this was a cool point. Like, can you have hoofed animals on your big property?
No, I can't, right?
So we found that out in Long Grove. You can have hoofed animals if you have, what, 2.5 acres?
Yeah, if you have over 2.5 acres, you can have a hoofed animal, right?
Like llamas, horses, alpacas.
Right. So there's a lot of cool restaurants downtown Long Grove, and actually a lot of different fests, from Apple Fest.
Like a lakeside community.
Right, like Chocolate Fest. My kids love to go there for Chocolate Fest, right? So if you're considering a small town outside of the city of Chicago, you need more privacy. You were born outside of like Illinois, right? When you had more space, right? And you're now living in Chicago or a bigger town, and you're looking for more space. I think Long Grove would offer that.
Yeah, if you're looking for an equestrian community, I mean, literally, you're not going to go into many towns. There was plenty of paths for the horses, and there was even tie-ups at some of the downtown locations. You could literally ride your horse.
And tie up your horse, right? And then you're just north of Route 53, right? With Chicago Bears opening the Stadium Entertainment Center. If you worry that, like, hey, suburbs might be boring, there's not going to be anything to do, right? You have all those nice restaurants. Bears are coming, right? You can go to the Bears games pretty easy. So I think it'll be a pretty cool spot to check out, right?
We also covered it in the video, but great schools as well out there. So really a cool, I think Long Grove is one of those, like, this is for me, or this is cute, I'll visit type of situation. But definitely a place you want to check out, and it made it to number 3.
Right, so since we're talking about great schools, right, we want to show you our relocation guide. There's 120 pages about the towns that we visited, about the towns we're going to visit, and they have information about local schools, the ratings from Niche and then greatschools.org. You can also check all the safety ratings, and there's a big discount section, right? Jeez. Mike negotiated a lot of special discounts just for you from our service providers.
If you don't see something in there that you do want to see, or you're a service provider yourself, let us know. You're going to get a free copy or access to this if you just subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, share it with others that also could use this. My favorite part about this is Mike's more the analytical one. I want to see the pictures. So inside of this relocation guide, we have integrated the video. Mike has integrated the videos into this, so that if you want to read the analytics and then kind of take the journey with us through some of those towns, absolutely has the option to do that. Furthermore, we have more towns to cover outside of these 5, but if there's a town that you want us to cover, you're a restaurant owner, a business owner, you want us to cover you within the town, also reach out to us.
Or if you're a homeowner that had a really positive experience with somebody, service provider, like new gutters, right? And you think that other people should know about it, right? Or today we're shooting in Coachell, right? This is a brand new co-working space in Arlington Heights. The owner, Matt, is right behind us. He's promoting the space. It's an awesome place here for you. Tired of working from home and you don't want to go to Chicago, right? Maybe you can work from a co-working space, right?
If someone like me and you as well, like, man, we're extroverts. Sometimes you just need to get out and say hello to somebody new or somebody that you know, but very cool vibe, very cool space here.
So those are all the information, all the resources for you to consider when you're going to download the relocation guide, right?
Let's get back to entertainment.
Awesome, entertainment. Okay, number 4.
What
number
town
4.
Yells entertainment?
How about Schaumburg?
Yeah,
okay.
Schaumburg is definitely based on the businesses, the entertainment part. So take it away.
So I live next to Schaumburg for over 25 years now, right? And my kids absolutely love going to AMC Theater. There's new Dave & Buster's actually opening up right there in streets of Woodfield. If you like shopping and sometimes you get tired of stuff getting delivered to you by Amazon, right? There's a big mall,
or you just gotta
right?
get out.
Or if you need to unload a little bit of energy, there's an axe throwing place right downtown in Schaumburg, right? On streets of Woodfield. So Schaumburg, I think it's an amazing community, right? It's just northwest suburb, really convenient for transportation, close to all the major highways, right? But if you're looking for an entertainment aspect, right, you're gonna have Woodfield, streets of Woodfield, right? So a lot of things to do. Actually, a lot of nice parks, right? You're close to Busty Woods, you know. So
are we seeing a slightly lower property tax because of all the
yeah, so like with all the commercial, it's gonna definitely lower the taxes, right? And then you're gonna have a lot of nice outdoor spaces, Busty Woods, right? If you're an avid biker or a jogger, right? 13-mile path right next to Schaumburg, you can go run around.
That's a town that when we covered it, I kept saying, I'm like, I mean, I've been to Schaumburg a million times for different reasons, but like it just keeps getting bigger, and there's just more spaces to discover, like those green spaces. But no town that I felt was wanting to draw in more businesses than the town of Schaumburg. A big initiative, obviously, to get those corporations in there, and there's a huge attraction because of all the venues. We covered a very large venue. Remind me of the name.
So there's Mario Andretti, like a racetrack. Like indoor go-kart place coming in, right?
What's the existing one? The huge.
There's actually a Top Golf right there, and then there's going to be their development with like townhomes and row homes over there, right? And then Renaissance Hotel is going to be combined with a big walkway over there. So if you're looking at behind the Zurich building on the northwest side of I-90 and Route 53, there's going to be a lot of new development happening in Schaumburg.
Zurich building is something to check out. It might not be the sole reason why you go there, but what a draw, what a beautiful place. We were at Swan Lake. So all that stuff is also in the relocation guide. Check it out.
Check out the video about Schaumburg, but if you're looking for a fun place happening, number 4, we would like you to check out Schaumburg.
Also good school systems, also good home values. Let's not forget about that stuff. It was overwhelming how much green space there was there and how much opportunity there was to either be entertained, run your business, or to know that there's going to be a big flow of people visiting, depending on if you're in sales or something of the like.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy in and easy out of Schaumburg as well, right? So how about number 5? Today we're going to share number 5 amazing towns and that we covered so far that we would like you to consider when you're moving to the suburbs.
Hoffman Estates.
Hoffman Estates, I think, yes. So Hoffman Estates is a little undervalued, right?
Yeah, you get more for your money there.
You have more bang for your buck when you're trying to buy properties, right? I had in recent months a lot of people that were considering adjacent towns. Let's say they wanted to go into Arlington Heights, but Arlington Heights got a little bit more expensive because of everything that's happening here with Chicago Bears and different businesses. So the values went up a lot, right? And they felt in love with Arlington Heights, but they're like, look, we don't want to pay the Arlington Heights prices, right? So we went to Hoffman Estates, and actually they were surprised because they can find a bigger property, a little bit newer property, a little bit more modern finishes in some of those, right? And it's still very, very close to I-90. And travel from Hoffman Estates to Arlington Heights, you can probably get here within 20 minutes.
And we talked about this in the video. Hoffman Estates has a lot of charm. There is a lot of newer, modern homes, but there's also a lot of homes there that still have an opportunity to be renovated and to make your own. I think you talked about in that video, some of those homes have smaller closets. Is that Hoffman Estates?
Like all the smaller ranch style homes, right?
So we talked about that. Like, again, stay tuned with the video. Make sure that you're using the relocation guide. If you subscribed, you have access to it. But those homes, you can make them your own by way of some renovation loans. We can talk about how you can get into them. Don't be scared about renovation if you've never done it, or you don't have contractors, or you don't even have all of the funds. At least have a conversation. Is it possible for you? Because there might be a loan that lets you put down the same amount of money as you would have before, but now you get money for renovations, and we've got you covered on those, those contractors.
Yeah, and also in Hoffman Estates, remember Cabela's, right? Now Arena. So if you're looking for fun things to do in the suburbs, right now Arena has the D-League Bulls team playing out there.
Not tonight. This weekend, it's the rodeo. Then they got Monster Jam coming.
Yeah, they might have monster trucks, right? And then if you're avid hunter or you like going fishing, Cabela's probably will have all this stuff for you, right there.
You can go fishing in Cabela's if you want.
And then Sears, the former Sears headquarters in the Hoffman Estates were just recently sold. There's going to be a big data center So there's a lot of, and there's a huge community being built just west of Route 59. So there's going to be there more single-family homes, more row homes for you to consider. So I think if you're looking for underrated town in northwest suburbs, Hoffman Estates might be a spot for you. If you're worried about Schaumburg being too busy or too crowded, you can go a little bit further west and you're still along the I-90 corridor.
I'm just thinking about this. Like even some of the biggest mistakes per se in buying real estate are still a big win. Again, I don't want anybody to think that you buy one of these places and that's your forever. Like we're gonna keep saying that, but like you're not stuck in real estate. You just have to understand the options to get in and get out of it. You can make some money, or you can have just a different opportunity by having the right people around you. You can set the expectation.
Yeah, and even if you buy a home in Hoffman Estates, right, and then 5-6 years later, it's not your forever home anymore, and you want to go somewhere else, you shouldn't have any issues renting the property out.
Yeah,
right?
Depending on your comfort level. I mean, rent right now makes a lot of sense unless you're like, I just can't take it. Well, then sell it. But there's options.
Yeah, you have options. You know, close to 40% of homeowners or people that live in Hoffman Estates were born outside of U.S., right? So it's a very diverse community. I think there's a lot of good features. So number 5, Hoffman Estates, come check it out. Check out the video on our YouTube channel. We would love to feature additional towns very, very soon, right? We're just waiting for a little bit better weather. So if you have a recommendation, or if you're considering moving to a town that wasn't featured yet, we have a list where we're going to be going next, but we would like to see some options from you, where you want us to go visit. What are some of the businesses we should check out too, right?
Tell us how we're doing. Is there something that you want to hear that we're not talking about? Is there something that's not in here that we should have for folks? Are you not in here? So subscribe so you can get access to this. Give us some feedback.
Yeah. So we totally enjoy hanging out with you today. Come check out the relocation guide. We're going to include a couple links to the videos about towns we talked about today. Go check out those videos. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Share, like, comment, send us to your friends and family. We would love to give you additional information about towns near you very, very, very soon.
Yeah, take the ride with us. Come along. We're going to take you through the towns and any other recommendations you might have. And we talked about before, we might even start doing some interviews of principals, trying to flip the script on those folks.
Or interviews of local homeowners, what makes their town special, right?
Hey.
So if you want to be featured on the show and you have interesting fact about a place you live, let us know. We would love to have you on camera with us.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.